Hi, I'm Mel, and we're back with some of the most insane stories from Reddit.
And I'm Marie. These stories, crazy.
And I'm May, and let's get ready to dive in and give our opinions about some of the craziest scenarios.
This one's going to be good. It comes from bad friends. Sneaky and selfish friend taking advantage of me. So, I have a friend who has a lot of good qualities, is thoughtful, bubbly, and fun to be with most of the time. Despite these good qualities, my friend is pretty selfish and obsessed with designer things, and I believe has a shopping addiction. One pet peeve of mine is that she has always been frugal with money and super stingy about it. When we get the bill at a restaurant, she's the first to whip out her calculator and divide things up down to the cent. When we were living in the same city and didn't have a car, she would even overcharge me for gas if I needed a ride. I found over time that I would do things for her like drive or pick up the bill for coffee or just get a round of drinks, and she would never reciprocate. We went on a vacation together and we took turns buying rounds of drinks on a night out. A week later, I got a Venmo request so that I should pay her back for the drinks she bought. One day, I used her Instacart account to order her sick father food and have it delivered to his house. My phone was dead at the time and it was an emergency. I entered my card info for the order and didn't really think about it again. 6 months later, I noticed a $70 charge from Instacart and called my bank to dispute it. Instacart customer service said it traced back to my account. I spoke to my bank and asked them what other charges I had from that merchant. Turns out over the month, there were $500 of charges from Instacart. I reached out to my friend and gave her an easy out. I said, hey, it looks like you may have accidentally been ordering with my card. She could have played along with it and paid me, but instead she said her account got hacked and she couldn't sign in, and it was never her making those purchases. I'm unable to get most of the charges refunded because they are over 60 days old, and I didn't report it to my bank in time. What should I do?
Go to small claims court.
That's solid advice.
That girl's a thief.
Nowadays, let's go to the courts. Small claims court and run me back my money. Because now I have evidence that you're saying it was fraud. Well, guess who's going to sort that out? You can charge for fraud, get that money back, but I also need my money back. Guys, in this economy, in this time, every penny counts. And someone can't literally be charged $500. That's a lot of money to go missing from your bank account. I'm sorry. I want my money. And you know what? Since you're now acting like someone's thieving from you or doing whatever, I'm just going to say, I guess you won't mind then if we take it to small claims court, because then you can get your money back and I can get my money back. It's the safest way to do this. Simple as. That's what I would do anyway.
That girl's a liar.
And you're not my friend. After that, we're not speaking anymore.
No, but she's a big liar. She said that how she couldn't sign in, her account was hacked, and it was never her making those purchases. Do you know that you can go into the account and see where they were delivered to? I bet you any money it's hers, her house,
It is.
or her dad's. That girl's a fucking liar. What?
Do you know what?
That's not your friend.
She's not your friend when she charge you for
Yeah,
gas, bro.
Thank you.
I hate stingy
and
people.
also charge you for a round.
Yeah.
People are doing rounds, but it's me that has to pick up the extra bill. No, thank you. We were doing rounds. You should just accept that and move on. But also, I really hate how you're able to describe at the very beginning all of her good qualities, and then you basically proceeded to describe an ain't shit person. She's horrible. She is frugal at your expense.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just, she's just frugal and that's it. No. She likes the benefits of people spending money. She likes the benefits of being around generous people.
Yeah.
She's just not generous. You said she overcharged you for driving. We actually had a friend like that when we were younger.
Can't stand those
had
people.
I've had that experience.
I hate them.
Took me to the airport and then he ran me a bill after.
Wow.
I should have known from then. I should have known from then. I was so livid. I kicked off so bad.
Good.
He was like, I think because I'm calm, I think it will be the oddest thing that will tick me off. I'll be so calm and I'll be like, what the fuck are you doing? Telling me to pay. I was like, the amount of times you come and eating at my house.
Yep.
You've come unannounced and I fed you. We've spent all this time together. You got to charge me to take me to the airport. I was livid.
Good. Actually should
And
be.
I said, I'm not paying at the end of it. I said, I'm not paying. I'm not paying.
Yeah, like we had a friend like that. And do you know what? I was a fool. I didn't recognize it at the time. And she slowly counted herself out of the friendship anyway. So whatever. But now I look back, I realize I was a mug and she saw it and she took advantage of it. That's basically all that's happening here to you as well. So yeah, there's no friendship. Do take her to court. Maybe you can try and claim back something. $500 goes a short way, but a long way, depending on how you use it. And it's important to you. It's your money. That's not your friend. I don't think it ever was. And also, do you know what? We regularly talk about the qualities, just everybody. Everybody regularly talks about the qualities that they want in a partner. Let me tell you about a really basic quality that you should want even in a friend. It's called generosity.
Yep.
Like, generosity is so important to me in a friendship and in more than a friendship. Because if you can't be generous, there's just, for me, it just really speaks volumes about your character. It says that you got a bad heart, bro.
And generosity is not just about money. It really isn't.
Thank
It's
you.
like your time, your efforts. It's so much more
Your
than
support,
money. But I feel
your
like
listening ear.
yeah, I just feel like in this day and age, everyone just equates generosity to money, and it's really not. But going back to the dilemma, yeah, that girl's not your friend. But I personally,
She's a
I
user.
really hate type people. But I can respect, and I really can. I can respect people that live within their means. This one here, your friend OP, that one doesn't live within her means. Because she's frugal, as May said, at your expense. And then she has to cheat to have a designer shopping addiction. Okay, we once had a friend that was so
You had a
tight.
friend like that.
We had a friend that was so tight, but she wasn't... Oh no, we have actually. That's really crazy. Sorry, we had a friend. Yeah, we had a friend that was so tight. Anytime we went out for lunch, dinner, whatever, she's there counting her pennies. Like, she's the kind of person that wanted to divide the bill by exactly each person, even though we're having like roughly the same valued meals and stuff. But, you know, each their own, so I'm not going to criticise for that. But she was just so tight. Everything was so tight. Then come to realise, and it's always the ones that brag a lot just about how big her wardrobe is. The girl had a shopping addiction, always going shopping
But
online.
it only came out when we were all having conversations
Yeah,
about
and I was
why
like-
is she so tight. No one could figure out why she was a miser. And then someone said, hey, she has a shopping
Yeah,
addiction.
and I was like, I don't get it.
what?
It's so strange. And I mean, we then, obviously, as we're getting older, everyone's going through like promotions, etc., etc. Like, she had like the most money out of all of us at that time. Like, she kept on constantly getting promoted. She was doing incredibly well and still really, really tight. Like, the way she's tight was so offensive. One of her really pinnacle birthdays we went to, and she'd said that she would get a table for the birthday. And, you know, in London, West End, like, tables are £500 to £1,000 at the time. Whatever, she said that she'll get a table. And I even asked her, excuse me, are you sure? Because in the past, this girl was grappling with everyone at paying £30. Talk less about £500 to £1,000. Anyway, she said, yeah. Anyway, get there at her party. Oh my God, it was so uncomfortable. She wouldn't let anyone touch the drinks until she'd settled it with the club advisor, like someone on the floor. And she thought everyone would have to pay for their drinks for the table. She thought we would all be charged for it. That's not how table system works. Like, she was just so tight, it was disgusting. But anyway, and then there was another friend who was always tight with us, but spent a lot of money on guys. I just want everyone to live within their means. Like, if you are tight, if you are frugal, if you just don't value spending money on certain things, that's fine. Don't do it, but don't allow other people to do it for you. And don't expect other people to do it for you.
No,
I just
she
think
was
that's not
tight with
fair.
us, but she was a sugar mama to everyone
No,
else.
she was.
No,
No, it was so bad. Oh God, we've got so many stories. But anyway,
Could write a freaking book, man.
the whole
Been through
summary,
the wars.
the entire summary is that that's not your friend. She's trying to take advantage of you, and yeah, run it to claims court, whatever you need to do to get your money back. But get evidence as well. And I'm telling you right now, ask her to go into the account and screenshot where that food, that all those items from Instacart was delivered to, and I promise you, it's going to be her home, which means she's what? Liable for it. Oh, we also have a top comment. This person is not your friend. Get someone to investigate if they were really hacked and take them to small claims court. Oh, look at that. But I just believe in evidence. Always get evidence. That's
My
that's
thing
my
is
thing.
that how are we going to get this money? So it's
Yeah.
not going to be, it has to be somewhere, man. The higher courts, because
Is
it
it
can't be me.
Completely off topic. We know as much as 96% of you that watch our channel do not actually subscribe. So if you could do us a huge favour and hit subscribe, it would help us out so much more than you know. And we're also on Instagram, TikTok and Threads at OP Said Podcast. Hit follow and subscribe.
Another story from bad friends. Testing my friends. So, for a while, I felt more and more isolated from my friends. Any plans I tried to make are ignored or dismissed because everybody else already has plans. I excuse it to them having families, lives, jobs, etc. I'm 27 and am the last of the group to be pregnant, have kids, stepkids, or get married. One friend is pregnant with stepkids, another married with guardianship of her sister's kids, one pregnant with her first and recently engaged, and the one who talks to me is the one who is pregnant and kind of engaged, mostly against marriage. The married/guardianship one has hardly spoken to me in the past 6 months besides specific occasions. They all seem to grow closer with each other and I'm left on the sidelines. Plans are always made last minute and I obviously can't hang out if I'm invited at all. We threw a surprise birthday party for the pregnant/engaged one. Her birthday, unfortunately, was the day my dad passed away. I went and put on a face and acted like everything was fine. Several kept running off to go to things for the party or whatever, and they just left without saying anything to me. They all drive mum's cars, so room wasn't an issue. Whatever, that's fine. 3 of us are with guys related to each other, 2 are brothers and 1 is their uncle. So family events and stuff have become more important. The group decided to take my boyfriend out for his birthday. The next birthday is mine. The past couple of years, I've had one friend show up for my birthday that bakes me a cake and comes and smokes with me. Pregnant/engaged always gets me something but hasn't tried to make plans for years. Conflicting schedules, so I get it. Married/guardian has just dropped off birthday presents the past couple of years. No one is really trying to do anything on the day of. Last year, my birthday was a Saturday. It was just me and my boyfriend. So, I've decided to see what they do for me. I'm not going to say anything leading up to this, as I've already tried to make plans to have a girls' night and watch the new Hocus Pocus, ignoring the fact that it's the day before my birthday. Not much interest in the suggestion. Maybe it was because they wanted to plan something else. Maybe it's how I felt and no one wants to be around me. Maybe I'm overreacting. What would y'all do?
I'll speak to my friends. This is a situation where you have to speak to your friends because it's so easy, and I say this from experience, it's so easy to just let the silence make the friendship become distant, or the distance grows. And also, 3 of you are dating 2 brothers and an uncle, so you're going to see each other. So it is worth having a little chat with your friends and just saying, you know what, I'm feeling a little left out. I completely understand that, you know, we aren't as close as we used to be, but I feel like you guys don't make that much of an effort for me and it really hurts my feelings. I know that you guys are going through stuff. I don't mind coming to you guys. I don't mind coming to hang out. I don't actually mind doing the work, but it needs to feel like it's a 2-way street. I don't feel like I'm in your thought process. And what the reaction you get from that will determine what you do next. I think communication in this instance is really, really important. Don't leave it. Don't test people when they don't know they're being tested. I think that's a really bad thing to do, because if people don't know they're being tested, they're just getting on with their daily lives. I could not imagine your friend that's taken guardianship of her sister's children. You don't know what she's going through. Like, when you have kids, life gets wild, but it doesn't excuse the fact that you're still important. So just because you don't have all of those things doesn't mean that you're any less important. Friends should make time for each other, and you have to sort of like meet in the middle, even if it's lunch once a week, whatever it might be, but try and figure it out with your friends.
I'm in agreement. Yeah, communicate, have that conversation, because it really is easy to just kind of sit and stew and think the worst. Like, it's too easy, honestly, way too easy. There's probably, as you've given in the dilemma, there's evidence that can be interpreted a certain type of way. So yeah, if you value them and want to continue having friendships with them, have a conversation, because you'll find out that it really may just be timings, and if it isn't, then you can move accordingly. The older you get, you have to be so intentional with your relationships, especially your friendships. For those that don't have kids, don't have partners, like you find it's easy to just think, oh no, they don't care about me, but because you don't realize what they're going through. But yeah, if you just have a conversation, you'll find out.
Yeah, I agree. I think communication is definitely the best thing, especially because it's too easy to assume.
Mm-hmm.
And those assumptions could lead you to thinking a type of way, and then you behave a type of way, and then there's just no way to salvage the friendship after you've gone down a route that's actually not correct. Yeah, just a conversation, and that's it. That'll resolve everything. That'll reassure, and it'll confirm maybe
Yes.
a few things as well. So I think there's nothing wrong with that. But also, don't feel some type of way if certain people don't remember your birthdays. I've had to learn that because there are just some people that aren't good with dates.
Yeah.
Like and it doesn't naturally sit with them to add the date into their phone. I mean, for me, I'm really organized, so that makes a lot of sense. I like you, I care about you. When's your birthday? It's getting added to your little contact in my phone. That's just how I work. But there are a lot of people that don't. So you might have friends who do forget your birthday, and then you're going to feel, I don't know, you're going to feel like it's indicative of something negative, and it might not be. So running this test, you might just go around and find out that, I don't know. I just, as Marie said, don't run a test on unsuspecting people. Just, just communicate. And also, I say that because I remember in my last relationship, I couldn't remember our anniversary. I couldn't tell if it was the 12th, 13th, or the 14th of June. Every year, I forgot. I don't know why.
But
I just couldn't retain it.
But she just described herself as an organised person. Interesting.
Yes.
No, not as an
But, like,
anniversary,
I-
birthday, yeah.
No,
Oh,
but that's
no,
what I'm
that's
saying. It was
easy.
just a date that I couldn't remember. So I'm just telling you that sometimes it's not personal.
Okay, so we have an update. Now that my birthday has come and gone, it's time for an update. After some talking, I found out that married/guardian and pregnant/married felt the same way about the group in general. They planned with me and we all had a really good night together. The rest, not so much. I got a text from married/stepkid on the day asking if I had plans, which I did, but I didn't elaborate. She ended up stopping by the next night with one of her friends that I had no idea was coming. Pregnant with first/engaged, texted me the day before, didn't ask about plans, but let me know she ordered me something. So while it honestly wasn't the worst, I'm kind of done trying to go out of my way to spend time with them. I'll put in as much effort as they do from now on. Gifts don't mean nearly as much to me than just showing up and wanting to be around me. And it's been pretty clear that no one wants to put in the effort to spend time with me that I tried to with them.
I think you're a bad communicator. I think you need to tell your friends how you feel.
Yeah.
Nothing will be solved until everyone understands how you feel about the lack of communication. And this happens all the time. People fill in the gaps for themselves. It's so important if you value your friendships. If these are friends, if the friends that you're talking about are not that close to you and they're sort of like passive, but this conclusion that you've come to, whereby you're now going to only do for them what they do for you, they probably don't even realize that you're feeling this way.
Yeah.
I think it's a terrible way. It's a terrible conclusion to come to. I think when it comes to friends, and let me be clear, your boyfriend, if he was moving mad, you wouldn't just be like, I'm going to do enough for him. You would try to communicate how you feel. So please extend the same courtesy to your friends. It's crazy to me how us as women will create a distance here, but we'll make more effort here. If you care about your friends like you say you do, apply the same ethos in each relationship. Then you can walk away and say, I tried. But in my opinion, you haven't tried. This conclusion route that you've taken to, I don't understand the logic. Honestly, speak to your friends. It can be such an easy conversation where you're like, I'm a little hurt that you guys are not spending enough time. Some people will be like, oh my God, I didn't even know that's how you felt.
Yeah.
And they will actively do more. Honestly, guys, like, please, I did this. I get in my head sometimes a lot when something is not going away or I get into my own feelings. I had a friend go and move away and I love this friend dearly. She's like a sister to me. We've been friends since we were like 7. And I didn't realize that when she moved away, I would grieve the friendship so badly. But I thought I was giving her time to adjust to her new surroundings. And yeah, we chatted here and there, but not nearly as much as we did when she was living in the UK. And I thought I was giving her time. And I even called her and I said to her, I love you, but I'm having a really hard time with you being away. So this is not me. I'm not mad. I'm not distancing myself, but I just need time to grieve the fact that you're not here. It's almost like me realizing that I can't just go to your house. She accepted it. We were fine. But when she came to visit recently and we actually spent the day together, I realized that she wasn't having that much of a great time there either. She was also adjusting. I felt so bad because yes, I was in my feelings. Yes, I communicated it, but she was also going through something. It's so important to communicate with your friends, especially when you love them. So please fix it. Fix it for yourself, because what you've just said here, you probably just lost 2 friends for no reason.
Yeah, I don't think it's that clear either. She said something in the dilemma that gifts don't matter and they don't mean as much as time spent. Not everyone agrees with that. I don't necessarily agree with that.
I'd be so happy if a friend thought of me.
Yeah, like I think a gift is a really thoughtful gesture and someone actually went out of their way, especially if it's like personalised to your taste, to your liking, as opposed to something generic. I think they're equally as important. So, yeah, communicate, because honestly, left to our own devices, God, the way all of a sudden we can add up 1 + 1 = 16. So talk to your friends. Honestly, you'll find everybody's going through things. We're all adults now. You've just described someone that's got a stepchild, someone that's a guardian, someone that's engaged. There's a lot of things going on in everybody's lives, and you haven't even added their work situation, their career situation. Adulting is stressful. Adulting is all-consuming. Just talk to your friends.
I agree. It's not pretty clear, OP.
At all.
It's not.
I would say that the lesson learned actually from your story specifically is the same effort and communication that we bring to our relationships is something that we can adopt to our friendships. And in one specific way, love languages. What you just described was somebody whose love language is time spent together, quality time. That's the love language that means the most to you in a friendship. I think it's actually worth an exercise that we all do in our friendships where we ask what's their love language. Because do you know what? A lot of people, they give out the love language that they like to receive. And the thing is, your friends might have different ways of communicating with you. But if you told them that your love language or the way you like to celebrate your birthday or spend time with them or the way you just like to enjoy the friendship that you have with them is through time spent together, I'm sure that would change everything.
And also, one of your friends even came the next day. Even though she came with another friend, she still came to see you.
Yeah, she went out
And
of her
it's like,
way.
you're just dismissing that because she came with someone that you didn't know. It's still thoughtful. And the other one called you the day before. Yeah, she didn't mention your birthday, but she made sure to say to you that I sent something in the post. Girl, what are you even saying, man?
She sounds ungrateful.
I saw this.
She sounds
saying,
ungrateful.
No, do you know what?
No, she just
Sorry.
doesn't understand that. She doesn't understand that those are also tokens of love.
Yeah.
Like,
Listen, we had this TikTok we did on OPS, and one of the comments said, she's putting 20 on 10.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
OP, that's what you're doing. Like, you're literally putting 20 on 10. Just because they celebrated your birthday in the way they did, that doesn't mean that they value your friendship less than. Like, honestly, have that communication. Find out, tell them that I really like spending time with you.
Yeah.
I promise you it will strengthen your relationship.
And it will only be a good thing.
And Marie or May, I can't remember who said it, but whatever comes out of that conversation, you will get clarity, you'll get confirmation. Like, if you've said something, if you said how you want something and people have taken the time to hear, they've actually listened to you and nothing changes, now you know how to move. But if you've said it and then all of a sudden, you lot all being incredibly intentional, once a month you do something like meet up, go to each other's houses or go outside, like, things will change.
and that
Just
takes
communicate.
time.
Literally.
Okay, we have a top comment.
Okay.
You should plan yourself a fantastic birthday. Do all the things you love. If they show up and do something for you, that's great. But this way, You know for sure you're going to have a great day. I'm really excited for the new Hocus Pocus movie too, and already have a date with myself planned for it. LOL. Sounds like a great way to end a day of birthday self-pampering.
You, whoever wrote that top comment, stop that. No.
I don't understand
That's
what's happening.
Stop that. No.
What kind of COVID birthday you tried to thingy?
No.
You have friends who are actively... What are you even saying? Maybe they don't want to do Hocus Pocus.
It's a test. It's another test.
I don't understand.
It's another test. Go
happening
plan
here.
the day, everything that you like. Everything that you like.
I just
and
like,
hopefully
what?
and hopefully your friends show up. What kind of rubbish is this?
I like to do things by myself,
No,
right?
but also I'm an adult. Me, I have things going on, and I'm sure everybody else does. Okay, what? So I'm supposed to magically remember, oh, okay, hopefully Marie's doing X, Y, Z. I'll meet Marie at the cinema.
Let me tell you, this
Marie's
is why
at
I
her house.
appreciate all
What is
my
this?
friends. One thing about every single one of my friends,
No.
we communicate very, very well. I know which one of my friends doesn't like to be called all the time. I know which one of my friends prefers to be texted. I know May loves to spend time with all of us to watch a movie.
She loves
like
it.
she's not always requesting. Let me not make her sound like a beg.
Ah.
But she always says, no, that's what I said. You're not doing that. May likes to spend time with all three of us face to face. She prefers it. So, and Melinda, less is more.
She likes to be left alone.
Less is more. Melinda, less is more.
True.
No. I'm not saying she doesn't appreciate it, but less is more. That's why I said less is more. That's the perfect way to describe it.
I'm just
Less
not that
is more.
active in the group chat. That's
Yeah,
all,
that's fine.
guys.
She's a less
In
is
real
more.
life as well. She actually tells us she likes to talk less.
I'm an innocent bystander. Yeah, so you just know who your friends are. You don't take it to offense. You're just like, okay, this person doesn't like this. This person likes this. And when you know that, guess what? Life is so much simpler.
Yeah.
And when you do things, you know that your friends will appreciate it because it's what they like. I know that May would love it. If I'm like, come, I've just come to watch crime together. She'll be like, let
She'll
me
be
dim
made
the
up.
lights.
She'll be made up.
Let's watch a nice
Literally.
thing. I love it when my friends come over. I'm like, I'll cook you dinner. What's it called? I'll make sure the kids are tucked in bed because I appreciate it. I love time spent. So it just depends on your friends. But if you don't get to know that, especially when you become adults as well. And I can tell you, as a mom, there's some days I don't want to talk to nobody. I'm overstimulated.
Yeah.
Too many voices, too many kids jumping up and down. I just need silence. So once a week, I just like to be by myself. And maybe your friends are overwhelmed and they are just dealing with it the best way they know how. Not once have you ever said what's happening with your friends. You've just spoken about you and how it affects you, which is fair enough. But you're also doing zilch about it.
That advice.
Yeah.
Go do your favourite things and hopefully your friends turn up. That's not the way real world,
Yeah.
real lives occur.
It's
I'm
not-
sorry, we're all adults. We all have our own lives going on.
Bad
You
advice.
can't just, no, but it's a lot of assumptions as well. And I'm sorry, we're not 10 years old. Like, you can't just assume that we're on the same schedule. Absolutely not. Someone's at work, someone's looking after their kids, someone's doing, like, what is that?
It's not good.
Again, anyway, top comments. Stop writing. Stop it.
Told you
That's
she's
your
she's a woman of little words.
That's your conclusion. Wow.
Stop, because you're giving bad advice.
Yeah, it's not. I ain't gonna lie, it's weird.
Next up is also from Bad Friends. My best friend tried to ruin my boyfriend's friendship, and I don't know why. I don't have many girlfriends, so when a girl I used to be friends with, back in high school, got in touch with me again, I was really excited to have a friend. Her and I got really close again for a couple of weeks, and it was great. Fast forward to earlier this week, E came over to my house to hang out. Everything was fine until she said, I have something to tell you, but you can't tell N. N is my boyfriend. I was taken aback because I thought something really terrible happened. I asked her what happened and she proceeded to tell me that N's best friend L told her over the phone that he didn't like him. Now, N and L have been friends for years. I didn't think she had a reason to lie. I was shocked when I heard this. Anyone would be. E told me that N couldn't know because it would start unnecessary drama between everyone. I said thank you for telling me, and she wasn't over long after that. That night, I was laying in bed with N debating if I should tell him or not. I just got a new friendship with E, and I didn't want to throw that away. But on the other hand, if someone said this about me, N would tell me immediately. So I decided to tell him. He was heartbroken. He texted Elle confronting him and didn't get a response until the morning. That morning, Elle called N and explained that everything that E told me the night before was a lie. He told me that E was actually the one who said she didn't like N. She told Elle that she didn't like N because he manages my OnlyFans. Okay. She told Elle that N is using me for my body and is pimping me out, which isn't true. My boyfriend and I opened up an OnlyFans account together for some extra cash. N takes my pictures and deals with direct messages. These are things I asked him to do for me. If she's saying things to Elle, then what could she be saying to other people? Anyways, I'm very upset, almost angry because I don't know why she would do this. She's been trying to call me to hang out for the past couple of days and I don't know what to say to her. I feel I was better off without friends. I just think it's odd that she said that about my boyfriend and came to me saying Elle said it. Why would she say anything at all? I don't understand and I don't know what to say or how to confront her.
E, see your way out.
It's true now.
What? You can't, do you know what? Honestly, new friends, new people, you have to give them time to really see their true colours. It's something I learned recently. Just because you once knew someone doesn't mean they are the same person they once were. And so it takes a while. Like, we had a friendship and that ended last year because lo and behold, certain things came to light and it turns out I didn't really know this person. So E is clearly a liar because you do know the state of and the agreement you have with your boyfriend in terms of like your OnlyFans, like what she's saying is not correct. So as it's a new friendship, I would personally keep my distance because that person's E's moving very crazy, moving very wild, telling lies, unnecessary lies, and happy destroying relationships, destroying friendships. So I would keep my distance and go back to less is more.
I agree. E can go. N is important. He's literally your partner. Of course you were going to tell him. I mean, for me, there would be no question. I'm 100% telling him. She's messy.
Yeah.
It sounds like your life was way more peaceful before she entered. Get rid of her.
I agree with you guys, 100%. Top comment. Seems like she was trying to get ahead of Elle before anything could be exposed about the convo with him. Be careful of her. Could turn possessive and manipulative. She's scary, bro. It's been a couple of weeks and already she started.
Yep. She can go.
Definitely.
Back to where she came from.
Quite literally. Okay, submissions corner. Well, I have a friend I met at uni. We have been together for 2 years now. In our 3rd year, everyone calls us the best sisters, but honestly, I have trust issues with her. I receive mixed signals from her. I sometimes feel maybe I'm making up these thoughts in my head. She is good to me, but I'm not convinced. The weird thing here is people I introduce her to stop being friends with me, but remain talking to her. It makes me ask myself whether this has happened naturally or if there's something else going on. It's happened with 3 people I introduced her to that no longer interact with me in the same way and are acting differently towards me. I keep asking myself, why do I doubt her like this? Like I've never been this doubtful of anybody else. I don't know whether she's real or if I'm overthinking it. I always receive mixed signals from her. She surprised me for my birthday, but despite all these good things, my instincts have refused to trust and clarify her as real or not.
Okay, I know who she is. She's E. She's E. She's E. Let me tell you something. She's E.
I want you to describe to me all the nice things she does. These days, I want to know what all the nice things. What do you consider all the nice things she does that could counteract the way you feel about her? Because you're so doubtful of her more than you've been about anyone in your life.
Right.
But for some reason, you're staying around because of all the nice things she does. I want to know what all these nice things, because they can't beat my intuition. Sister, you have a bad friend on your hands. And before you know it, everyone around you is not going to like you. And also, you're not asking enough questions.
Literally.
Start asking people, why are we not why don't people ask? 3 people. That's 3 too many.
And who's the common denominator? E. This
It's not either.
Is that just what you
I mean, no.
May's adding up all the dilemmas. She's like, yep, that one's connected to this one.
No,
We have another E.
that's what we're going to call them. No, but for 3 people to just drop out of your life, there is a common denominator. It's this person. This person is bad mouthing you to your friends.
Yeah, something
I
is not right.
really need you to do what Marie said, have a conversation with all three of them. Try and find out what happened, what went wrong. And I promise you, at the root of it is this person.
I had this happen to me in college, and I was like, what's happening here? And when I found out, I went, anyway, you guys know back in the day I used to like to fight. So I went and confronted this person because I was like, what have you been saying about me? It's not true. And I don't like that. But yeah, that person's your op.
No, quite literally.
Yeah.
How can just because she's around, your friends are dropping like flies? That's
Expeditiously.
strange.
Crazy.
Sad.
And you're here giving us, oh, I don't know. You know.
Use your intuition,
100%.
honestly.
Yeah, 100%. You should just clock it.
Submission number 2. My story goes like this. I've been friends with this girl for 2 years now, and we've always been close. She has a boyfriend, but the problem is he's married. They've been together for 6 years, but he's an absolute arsehole. She's blinded by love, and no matter what I say, she won't leave him. He makes her cry almost every month. He's a cheater and a liar, and she knows it. But she chooses to ignore it because she loves him. He has no respect for her. He'll say awful things about her in front of his friends or even his relatives, and she just laughs it off. But deep down, I know it humiliates her. Now, here's my story. The other night, my friend, her boyfriend, and I went for drinks, and we're having a good time. At one point, she went to the toilet, leaving me alone with him. Out of nowhere, he grabbed my hand and made me touch his private parts. I quickly pulled away, completely shocked. I let it slide because I thought maybe he was just drunk. And honestly, I was just too confused to react. My friend came back and I didn't say anything. I didn't want to cause a scene. A few nights later, my friend and I went out again. I should mention that she always invites her boyfriend, even on a girl's night out, or she spends the whole night updating him on what we're doing. He's constantly in our business and never lets us have time to ourselves. That night, he showed up again. Both my friend and I were extremely drunk to the point that we ended up vomiting everywhere. Since we could barely stand, he decided to take us home. He dropped us off at my place. I got out of the car, walked towards my gate, and sat down, trying to throw up again. My friend was struggling to open my door. Suddenly, he came over to me and kissed me. I was completely caught off guard. Once again, I felt confused and unsure of what to do. Until today, I haven't spoken to my friends about this, but I feel like I need to tell her everything while keeping low contact. I don't know what his next move will be. This morning, he texted me saying, "Yesterday you kissed me and your friend saw you." I was shocked. Was he serious? He was the one who kissed me, and now he's trying to turn the tables and blame me. It felt like he was testing whether I remembered what happened. I told him straight, "You know exactly what you did." Eventually, he admitted it. I took a screenshot of our conversation and saved it. Now, I'm unsure whether to tell my friend. I'm scared he'll twist the story and claim I kissed him, which would ruin our friendship. I feel really confused. What should I do?
You are too confused for everyone, yeah? Why are you confused about my man kissing you, making you touch his private parts, and now you're confused about whether to tell your friends even though you screenshotted it because you know you needed to? What are you confused about? Why are you confused?
She's confused.
Confused about what? She's got 3 pieces of evidence. This guy has done twice while she's been drunk, by the way.
I think the confusion lies in the fact that she knows what's going to happen when she does say. She knows she's going to lose a friend. That's the confusion. Like, she's
no,
not
be confused as to how to address it, but you need to address it.
I know, but I think the word that she's using isn't the word that needs to be used. She knows how her friend is going to react when it happens. There's a very big chance that her friend will be like, "You came on to him," even though she has got evidence. She knows that she might lose her friend. That's what this whole dilemma is about to me. And you know what? You have to come to terms with the fact that you might lose your friend. And you have to be okay with that, because in these situations, the friend might choose her man.
I think she's likely to. She's been with him for 6 years.
Yeah.
He
and
is
she
married.
knows that
He is married, first of all, and he makes her cry all the time. Be prepared to lose your friend, but give her all the facts, and then that's it. You're now burdenless. You've told your friends. It's then up to her what she wants to do with that information. But stop allowing this man to take advantage of you whilst drunk, and then for him to try and play it off like it didn't occur, or that he's not doing what he is doing.
And the reason why it keeps happening is because you don't say anything.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, thank you. You need to speak up, because that's why he keeps doing it.
Yeah, she 100% knows that she's going to lose the friend, and that's why she's scared to speak up. And also, she 100% knows that every time, without fail, without question, she's going to pick him over everybody else.
That's okay.
Because he humiliates her, he cheats on her, he lies to her, he has no respect for her, she has no respect for herself. She's always going to pick that man. The only way that you could maybe try and get some power back in this situation is if you ask her to spend time with her alone. Then all you do is hand her your phone with the screenshots and let her read it. This means he doesn't, at that opportunity, he doesn't have a say on what's in the texts. This is literally you giving it to her, reading it, and then you explain what happened. That's the only way in which you might be able to get her to think clearly without this man inside her head or saying his little 2 pence that might cloud everything. Ultimately, she's going to pick him.
Yeah.
Like, that's just, it's what she does. It's a pattern. It's who she is. She can't see past these bad
But why
behaviour.
do this separately?
Because that's the only way that
No. She likes to bring. She likes to bring. Wait, sorry.
That's what I said.
She likes to bring him.
Ask her. Melinda was really clear. I said,
No, I
ask
know.
her to see her alone and then give her the screenshots. Because then, just for at least one moment, there could be some clarity where she doesn't have. He's always whispering in her ear. He has such influence over her.
Exactly, but
That's the
why.
only time in which at least you could think like a sane person.
No,
But
no,
outside
no,
of that,
no.
honestly, I think, the friendship it'll basically die the moment that you reveal because she's not going to pick you.
Do you know what I've realised? In this whole he says, she said, I don't like that shit. So you know what I now am going to always do? Have open conversations in front of everyone.
Yeah,
so
but
everyone
you're
can
saying
argue
that-
amongst themselves.
You are saying that as a person who has gained strength, who has matured, and who has overcome more than one situation. And I say this because you're quite a strong character and you don't mind being confrontational. A lot of people are not
Let me tell you
confrontational.
something. I actually don't like confrontation, despite what it may flipping look like. Yeah,
but
I
you
actually
have
really
the
don't
hard
like it.
conversations. This from the
No, but this is what I'm
saying.
saying. Do you know what it is? That man is likely to dismiss everything OP, person that's actually written in, says. So with me, what I would do is I would have them in a room and actually have the conversation right then and there. Because remember, this guy likes to take advantage of OP while she's drunk. Her friend's unaware. She's not telling her friend. He then tries to go on like it was her that initiated it until obviously she was like, stop lying. It's all he said, she said.
I wouldn't.
So have the conversation in front
I
of each
wouldn't
other.
just because
know what
I
would
don't know.
happen.
That's
how
fine.
he
Lose
is.
your friend that day. I don't care.
I
That girl is
know,
not
but
okay.
I'm just saying I wouldn't because he seems to have quite a lot of power over her. It seems to be an emotionally abusive relationship at the minimum. So I wouldn't confront a man like that.
Do you know what I would
Personally.
do though? Let me tell you something.
I don't think she's going to get more strength by being alone because she clearly hasn't to date. You do know
Yeah.
that, don't you?
Yeah, I agree with you.
Like, okay, he's violated you. That's not okay.
Yeah.
That's just,
And
it's
that's-
genuinely not okay.
that's
Like,
why I
let's
pop
use the
off.
right
No, I'll
language
go to the
for what
police.
he's doing.
Twice.
I will
He's
go to the
violated
police
you.
for sexual
But
assault.
also,
Like,
yeah, 100%. But also, I would have punched him. Like, first time I'm in
No,
shock.
but you know when you're so drunk,
Second
that's why he takes
time,
advantage.
see, I'm going to make up so much
when you're
noise
drunk.
that everybody's going to know and look in my direction and think, what the hell happened? Kiss me. You're going to kiss? Do you know he has no respect for you or for your friend? That's disgusting. For somebody to just kiss you.
No, that guy's a bad guy.
What?
But this
Isn't
is
he grabbed her hand and made her touch his private parts? I think that's a big violation.
He's wrong. He's a wrong.
Yeah, but
He's
then that's why I'm
horrible.
like, with someone like that, I would just go straight to the police if I'm honest, and just show the evidence and put what's it called?
But
Because your
OP
friend's not
hasn't
going
got
to do
that
it.
strength. OP,
Yeah, but
OP hasn't got that strength.
that's
She's
what's
fighting
confused.
in.
You
No,
don't
no,
know.
that's what I'm saying. That's
would
why
go
I'm
to
being
the police.
realistic. OP hasn't got that kind of strength to go to the police if she's writing into Reddit about things that are quite obvious. Yeah. So I don't think she's got the strength to do that. And that's why for me, I would say, look, I would just have that conversation on a night out when she's dragged my man to the events or whatever we're supposed to be doing alone because her friend likes to bring him everywhere and be like, look, this occurred. We had a conversation. I just want everyone to know. And then leave it there, drop the bomb and go. Because
enough.
if he's going to manipulate, he's going to manipulate anyway. It doesn't matter. Having a private conversation with me, like, it's not going to change her. She's then going to speak to, if I'm OP, her friend is going to talk to her, cool. have some kind of strength there, and then she's going to talk to the boyfriend. The boyfriend is going to
fold.
Yeah, the boyfriend is going to mess up her head again. So it's like, you know what? I'd rather just do it there and then. And that way he can't also say that I'm a liar, because I'm actually not. I might have the evidence, but I can actually speak to the facts in front of her friend. That's what I would do, and leave it. But also, ultimately, I'm sorry, some people don't want to change their lives. Some people don't. And it's so sad, whether it's your sister, your mum, your friend. Some people don't want to change anything, and they have to do it themselves. So you have to be prepared to live without them, not have them in their life for a little, not have them in your life for a little while until they wise up. Or just be prepared to lose them forever.
Yeah, I'm always prepared to lose.
Yeah.
Okay, so last submission. Hi, am I the asshole for refusing to support my friend in a relationship where she's trying to steal someone else's partner? I'm a 23-year-old woman and my best friend is 24. Last August, we moved to a different city for work and rented an apartment together. A few weeks after we arrived, she met a guy at the club who, coincidentally, turned out to be our neighbour. They exchanged numbers and started talking. The problem? He has a fiancé. From the start, I wasn't comfortable with their relationship, but my friend kept everything hidden from me. She doesn't mind being a side chick. She genuinely loves him despite knowing he's engaged. This guy would come over for sleepovers at our apartment, leaving early every morning around 4 a.m. He doesn't provide anything for my friend, yet he fully supports his fiancée, paying for her university and covering all her expenses. During the festive season, I found out that my friend had been giving him money. Not only that, but she also paid to fix his car so he could hire a taxi driver and start making money from it. When I confronted her about it, she ran straight to him and told him everything I said. Ooh. Since then, my best friend and I have stopped talking. It's been 2 weeks now, the longest argument we've ever had. Lately, she barely stays at our apartment. She only comes home to sleep around noon, spending all day with this guy from morning till night. His fiancée is currently away at school, so my friend has fully taken on wifely duties. She used to drink only on the weekends, maybe a few times a month, but now this guy takes her out drinking every single day, and she's the one paying for everything, including his friends and 2 of her own. Please advise. There are a few details I've left out because it's a long story. My friend claims I'm jealous of her relationship and says she'd rather end our years-long friendship than accept that I don't support her choice of partner and she's desperate for marriage.
From this one that's engaged?
And not to her.
You're not going to get married with this man, though, because he's set to be married to somebody else. And
It's not sunken in yet.
And how's she a sugar mama to somebody who's a sugar daddy to somebody else?
That's really wild.
What? This makes sense. OP, just wait for the lease to run out and then go find living accommodation
There's
elsewhere.
a little update, by the way.
That's the only advice that I can give you. There's nothing to salvage with your friend. She's lost.
Yeah.
She's lost in the source
sea.
of this man. Just your lease will come to an end and then the friendship will have a line drawn underneath it. Just pay bills together and that's it.
I think for the sake of your friendship, obviously, and you call her your best friend, have one conversation to try and help her. Yeah? But
Help her?
No. So just tell her how, this man is taking advantage, because he's actually taking advantage of her,
Yeah, but she has said it.
Okay, cool. If
She
you've
said
already
it and then she ran to go
so if you've already had that conversation with your friend, consider her lost at sea. Consider her gone. Yeah?
You're mad.
But seriously, that's exactly what she is.
She said, consider her lost at sea.
Literally, that's what she is. You've done what you've done what you can, and she isn't hearing anything. Unfortunately, how does the saying go? Those that don't hear
Must
feel.
feel.
So therefore, your friend is going to feel it. It's absolutely fine. But you know what? Just sidestep your way out of it. Trust me, life and his relationship, his engaged relationship that will soon turn into marriage, will rectify everything. And even if it doesn't, that's on her. But that's on her now. That's got nothing to do with you. You've said your piece as a friend. Everybody is adult enough. Everyone will do what they're gonna do. They're like, just walk away. Walk away.
Okay, so the March update. A few weeks ago, I got severely sick. I could barely walk. Instead of staying to help me, my best friend started living with her boyfriend full time. She would only stop by in the mornings to pick up her clothes, never even checking up on me. Thank God for our maid, who took care of me throughout my recovery. Then things got worse. Her boyfriend told her that when we move back to our hometown, she should stop living with me. He doesn't want to visit her if I'm around. And just like that, we now live in separate houses. Now I have a situation. Her mother keeps pressuring me to explain why we're no longer living together. Meanwhile, my so-called friend says she wants to rebuild our friendship, but her actions don't match her word. In person and over the phone calls, she speaks to me rudely, yet in text messages, she suddenly acts like she cares. What should I do? Should I tell her mum the truth about everything? Or should I just cut them off and walk away in silence? I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'll be in the comments section.
Cut them off and
Cut
walk
them
away.
off and
Walk
walk
away.
away.
Cut
You've done
them
everything
off.
that you could do.
Literally.
And also, you were really sick and your friend wasn't there for you. Yes, she actively has chosen this man over you.
Yep.
It's time to and go about your business.
Literally.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I think it's messy, and unfortunately, the way in which everything unfolded, it's not great for you. But do you know what? You get to walk away from the horror of what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, you get to leave that behind you. So just move forward. Move
Tell
forward.
the mum.
Yeah. Tell the mum.
Also.
See, I wouldn't even want to get involved,
Why?
you know.
Now you're just being
Because
dragged further into
then
drama.
you're going back and forth with
Yeah,
the
I wouldn't
mum.
do that.
with
Okay,
her.
fair enough.
Like, honestly, for the
Just
sake
clean
of
cut.
peace,
Walk
Just
away.
leave.
walk away.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was your
Run,
friend.
sis, run.
That was your friend. We're no longer friends. That's it. Full stop. And that is it. Thank you so much for joining us today. Let us know which Reddit threads you would like us to react to. And remember, we have new episodes every Sunday at 11 a.m. UK time.
Ain't you lucky seeing us 3 times this week? And see you next time for some more stories.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.